Welcome, my friends, to Happy Brain, Happy Life. Here with you, Dr. Mirelis Aponte, Dr. Mimi, for many of you. And today I have a very special topic, and I guess you can guess a little bit what we are going to talk about. But yes, the benefits of pets or animals around you and how they improve our brain health. I know many of you might be super pet lovers and animal lovers, but I am certainly an animal lover. Many of you already know we have a beautiful farm with 6 horses plus. We have goats, we have chickens, we certainly have our baby dogs. We have a cat, we have a turtle. So yes, we are animal lovers, but more than being an animal lover, I want to really talk to you today about benefits of being around animals and being around any kind of pet, right? Many kids, as they grow up, parents make decisions of not having pets, which we totally respect. It's certainly, we have to understand that it is a big responsibility, right? Once you have a pet, especially depending on the kind of breed or the kind of animal that you choose. Sometimes they live for a very, very long time as well. So those are things to think about. But let me tell you a couple of things that actually benefit your brain health. Now, being around animals, number one, it puts you around nature, right? It typically puts you outside, it'll make you move around. So, one of the things that people most commonly know the companionship of pets, it's, maybe you live in an apartment, or maybe, you certainly have a house, but one of the things is companionship, right? Now, dogs are easy companions, right? Dogs tend to be extremely loyal. So that means unconditional love, right? And it also means a relationship, a kind of a special type of bond. So with dogs, many people have cats. We certainly have cats too. The relationships can be different, right? But with dogs, it is one of the things why it's one of the most used animals for companionship and emotional support. Now, if you notice during the pandemic, one of the things that happened, and it was very positive, is that the rescue centers kind of ran out of dogs and pets. And it's because people were looking for companionship as they were locked in their homes and kind of not having an opportunity to be outside or relate to other people, right? So here's my baby girl, Lulu. She's actually a rescue from Puerto Rico. We found her here. She's been with us for about 4 years now. Almost 5, I think, about 4 years. And she certainly is extremely loyal. She has even learned to herd the horses around the property. So she can get quite protective about our spaces and saying, hey, you can't be here. So animals really have that sense. The interesting thing is how we're able to have a relationship with a dog that doesn't speak our same language, right? However, the level of emotions or the level of energy that we are exchanging with them actually impacts how our chemistry works and how their chemistry works. So one of the things that you are going to notice when you do have a companion pet is that the level of endorphins, which means the happy neurotransmitters, the chemicals that make your brain happy and balanced and kind of rationed out, and just excited about things, is when you are around any kind of pet, right? So of course we can have the fight or flight feeling when we are in front of an aggressive animal, but in this case today we are talking about having that connection with an animal that can reciprocate what you're feeling. So in their presence, there's a consistent source of emotional support, and interacting with them actually also releases not only endorphins but oxytocin, which is the feel happy hormone, right? right? Is the one that gives you like the most pleasure. And so, and it lowers the levels of the stress-related hormones or the stress-related chemicals in your body. And so this really is going to promote a sense of comfort and a sense of well-being and happiness. So having them as a companion is amazing. Just a couple weeks ago, I was talking with a client and she was going to college for the first time, right? And we've been talking about things that she can do to improve her life. And so one of the things that we are going to do is getting a pet. And so one of the first things that she did was bring her dog with her. So many people say, okay, I can't bring the dog with me to college now, but she looked for options. And so her dog in this case is certified as a companion, right? As a companion animal. And so in that case, her anxieties and her level of stress, it stays in a more normal and balanced level. So it truly helps in that release of neurochemicals that are great for your health. Now, stress reduction is a whole other opportunity for your pet to help you with. There's a bunch of different ways that this helps lower the stress levels, but actually just the petting. And if you've seen, I've been like petting her and touching them and they love it, that they love the belly rubs and they love the petting, the comfort of cuddling and petting them soothes that rhythmic soothing motion, actually helps provide a calming effect in your body. And so it is one of those things that will naturally help reduce stress levels by just giving that natural stress relief technique. Now this one right here, let me tell you something. She makes a little ball of herself and she cuddles up with me at night. It is a comfort. I mean, I know people have different decisions as to how they do or how they interact with their pets. Some people allow the pet to sleep with them or not. But let me tell you that cuddling effect, that feeling of being right next to you, is a self-soothing comfort that allows for tranquility. It's actually a great companion for kids that don't want to sleep alone at night, or that don't want to stay in their room at night. A pet would be a great companion and an opportunity to release that night anxiety and that stress. So yes, a great opportunity, another calming, normal, soothing effect. If you're feeling stressed, if you're feeling like something hasn't been going on right today, great opportunity to just have your pet on your lap. And this one, she loves being in my lap as much as she can during the day. If it were for her, I wouldn't work, because she wants to be in my lap all day and be cuddled every time of the day, right, baby? Now, one of the things, another benefit from having your pets with you is the physical activity. You get to walk them around, you get to play with them outside. So it promotes, especially if it's the dogs. For us, the horses certainly are a great opportunity for physical activity by walking, playing, grooming them. It provides outdoor opportunity, but it also provides a lot of physical exercise and care. And so it is an opportunity for you to be able to interact and have an opportunity to set yourself for success in the sense of more provoking more physical activity, a nice walk in the afternoon, or a nice, even a run, right? Many of them, our bigger one, Luna, is a chocolate Labrador. And so she loves the water. And that's one of the things that you would enjoy also with them. So they are great promoters of physical activity. They need it. So obviously it's one of their wellness needs, but it's also going to promote your wellness need, right? Now, social interaction, they are catalysts for introducing people and connecting to others. I don't know if you've seen it, but when you're with a cute dog like mine, everybody's going to ask about her. And it's going to promote that social interaction with other pet owners or people who love animals or people who might not have a pet and love seeing you with your pet. So they are great at promoting that fostering of friendships and reducing that social anxiety that many people have issues with. So even having a pet and introducing your pet might be an easier way of introducing yourself to somebody. And sharing those stories and experiences about your pet can actually create common ground conversations with other people. And so it is a great opportunity for you to develop your social interactions, and think about it for youth, for other people as well. Totally. Now, they also enhance our mood, right? The pets just release those endorphins, as I mentioned in the beginning, and they are natural mood enhancers. So it reduces the symptoms of depression and anxiety. And so when you spend time with animals, with your pets, whether it be birds, bunnies, any kind. Right now I have, for example, my turtle. She's a very small water turtle, but the fact that every time we get close to her, to her water tank, one of the things she does is she looks like she wants to come out of there and interact with us, and she's always looking at us and always connecting with us. So it's so happy to just see her in the morning and see how eager she is to watch all of us. So think about that. It provokes playfulness, curiousness about nature, and it also just brings joy and laughter, everything that they do on a person's life. They do curious things, they do funny things, right? That just make our day joyful during the day. So think about that. Think about how you've interacted with a pet, how your life is, how are you benefiting, how is your brain health benefiting from having pets around. Now, if you don't, my suggestion is don't go running and get a pet. It is a big commitment. It is a commitment of care and love and attention. But do think of ways that you can interact with animals during the day. It might be a great solution to many of your brain health needs. And you might find yourself surprised. One of the things that we here at Brevard Farm kind of, just fall in love with is how people don't know necessarily horses, but once they come in and they have that interaction, the way that the horses just connect to them, and how they're able to profoundly have a transforming experience just by being around them and with them is such a great opportunity. So they also, two more things before we go today, but they also bring you a sense of purpose, right? Caring for a pet brings a sense of responsibility, brings a sense of, taking care of another living being. That's why this is so good for children, and youth. And when they start caring for them and being responsible for them, it develops in them a sense of responsibility. They are living things, they are living beings. And so they do depend on us for food, for shelter, for care, but they can provide a sense of fulfillment and motivation because we are able to keep them healthy, keep them alive. I have to tell you, this summer we had quite a few things, quite a few health issues with our horses, and I cannot tell you how much it hurt me just seeing them not feel great. But the fact that we were able to care for them and make sure that they were well, and that they got all better, it just brought to us a sense of pure purpose. So I can share this clearly as very beneficial, honestly, in our lives, and just, an opportunity to give, right? An opportunity to give. I always say, when you're hurting, give. When you're hurting for something that's going on, serve. And so this is one way of giving. There's a lot of people, for example, that can take an opportunity to volunteer at a shelter, and you get to interact with so many pets and so many animals that need love, and giving that love just enhances your brain connection, right? But it also helps you with that sense of well-being and of purpose. They also help us significantly with mindfulness and mind-body connection. Interacting with them, it just encourages the mindfulness and the practice of being fully present. It's so funny because sometimes, let me tell you, we are like in the sofa and we're like watching on the phone, and she'll immediately, or Luna, both of them will start, pawing at us to touch them, right, Mama? So if we are not touching them, or we are not doing something to them, they'll immediately make us aware, and touch us like, no, I want you to touch me. I want you to be paying attention to me. And so that wakes up our sense of mindfulness, right? And our connection to them, and listening. The last week, my coach Paul Martinelli was here, and one of the things that I loved about his mindfulness was he was giving carrots to the horses, and he was just listening to the crunch of the carrots, and that was so cool because it sounds so loud but so rhythmic, and I was telling him, like, he said, let's record it and just leave it on a loop. Like, I can imagine how great of a meditation it would be just to listen to that crunch, crunch, crunch sound of the horses, masticating their carrots, and even the hay, it sounds kind of the same way. So it helps us bring out our mindfulness and our connection, and so it contributes to just a whole stronger mind body connection, and obviously reduced, just it reduces our rumination, right? Our just the standing and waiting and not doing, not paying attention to our surroundings. And last but not least today, how therapeutic they are. Here at Braveheart Farm, we certainly use them as our means, to an end, which is helping people transform their anxieties, their fears, their emotions into focus and good thoughts and action and focus and goal, right? And so they have an incredible ability to provide therapeutic assistance to us. So, animal assisted therapy has been studied for many years now, and there is not so much research out there in terms of clinicians using it as much as it should. But even my daughter last night we were watching a beautiful movie called Adeline, and Adeline is about, horses that are therapeutic, and he just reminded us what the purpose of what we do here is. But also I want to, to encourage you to find options. Always people say, well, I can't manage, it's been so hard to manage my anxiety, it's been so hard to manage my fears. And let me tell you something today. I'm sharing with you, this is a great opportunity for you to find a purpose and to find an option to relieving that stress and relieving the anxieties that you may have. Of course, with all of it comes the importance of understanding that they are living beings, that they do need to be cared for, right? But that same purpose and that same sense of caring for them, right, brings a sense of well-being to your life that can be transformational. I certainly know people that won't even touch an animal and have much difficulty, and I would tell you, this is the moment to try something out. I've had many friends come through here and say they are not getting on a horse ever again in their life, or they've never been on one, or they've been too scared about what they thought about horses. And once they have that interaction, they're turn out to overcome the highest fears that they thought they had. So they are transformational. There is power in the opportunity of sharing with a being that doesn't speak your same language, but that can feel your intention, that can feel your thoughts. The same way that we can spread love to them, we could spread the wrong emotions and the wrong. So we do have to be mindful about how we interact with them and how we're able to connect. But I can assure you that they are a great benefit to anyone that interacts with them. So hope you use it to improve your brain health. I told you I was going to teach you how to have a happy brain so you can have a happy life. And this is one of those strategies that could certainly help you moving forward. And if you haven't tried it, then this is the moment to do. If you have, then congratulations to you. Continue to work and on using and benefiting from your pet's love. And if you would like to try, go ahead and search for places close to home where you could at least have some interaction and start feeling that connection and being mindful about how your body changes when you are around pets. Hope you have enjoyed today's teaching and see you next time.